slower.
Which is like, what the fuck?
Well, first day of the adventure, our first day of travel. Nothing, crazy happened. It all went nice and smooth. It looked like I was supposed to be driving in rain today, but as it turns out, I didn't drive in rain. It was cloudy with the little patches of sunshine here and there, but it was very windy, and I was surprised. Because the bus is bigger, I didn't think the wind would affect it more than a car, but it does. And I mean, there for a little bit, I was sort of white knuckling it because I felt like it was trying to make my bus fishtail, anyway. It wasn't dangerous, but I got used to it. And RJ, really no issues at all, really. He just goes and lays on the floor just behind the driver's seat, sort of behind. And Echo, though, had some issues. She was very nervous, and she didn't really know quite where the best place to ride was in the beginning. Check this out. She became a counter dog. It's because when I travel, everything comes off the counters, including my power stations. Everything is off. So above my closet and the counter is completely bare. So she just figured there was a good view up there. Of course, I didn't let her ride up there. So Echo settled down beside me down in the cab on the floor. And I have a rug down there, so that's no big deal. I put a pad on the floor for RJ. But, so Echo has this perfect view out the bus doors. It's glass, floor to ceiling. And in the beginning, she thought she needed to bark at every car that passed by on that side. She was like, "Arr." And the white lines. Okay, when you come to an exit and the white lines veer away from us, it's like she thought they were doing something, but she decided she had to viciously bark at those white lines as we went by. But by the time we got parked tonight, she wasn't barking at any of those things. Now, we're just in a rest stop, but this is a rest stop that promotes overnight staying. They have actually a free dump station and free water station for RVs. Pretty amazing. I'm in Washington. It's just before you hit, I think I'm probably, about 5 miles from Portland, Vancouver, Portland. So I'm still in Washington, but it's a really nice rest stop. Really busy. I mean, tons of people. They have the biggest parking lot I've ever seen for cars at a rest stop, and it's always full. People are always leaving and coming, besides the RVs coming through. Now, I don't want to be in all those crowds, with all those people. And anyway, my bus is too big for the parking. Technically, it's 2 feet too long. It's 22 feet. So I'm parked with the truckers in the truck spots. And I totally like that way better. And we even have our own doggy area that's different from the doggy area for everyone, that's sort of on the other side of the bathrooms. And everything is nice and clean. Everything is brightly lit. So I'm feeling really safe here. And in the beginning, both these guys thought they needed to bark when they hear the big truck doors open and shut, or bark when the engines start going, or bark when the guys walk by. we're doing much better. We aren't barking at everybody now. They aren't barking at the engines, and they aren't barking at the car doors. And I can usually stop them after one bark if they're barking at humans. Basically, they're not barking at humans walking by now. But if that human has a dog, I have to tone them down. So, doing good. I didn't go that far today. I went 130 miles, but I didn't start until 10:30. And then I realized the dogs didn't need to poop so early in the day, but now that we're driving in the bus, Echo was totally freaking out, letting me know she's dying to go. So we stopped at our first rest stop. We took the insurance, oh yeah. So, and then I just took it easy. I probably more often than not was going 55. Every once in a while here or there I'd go 60, but I'm trying to keep it under 60 just for fuel. And that's it, and I'm tired. But happily tired. I'm looking at the local weather for where I'm heading to, and it looks like I'm probably going to be driving into some heavy rains tomorrow. And that's just going to slow me down a little bit, you know what I mean? And the heavy rains, I'm going to be going slower. Today, an idiot, man. It was like, just raced up. Like, I'm in the slow lane. And if I see people entering onto the freeway and I can judge their thing, I let them go in front of me, you know. Otherwise, they're just going to have to pass me later. So I let them go in front of me. And there was a car way, way back there. So I'm going, and this car must have been going 90 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour, and ripped over and ripped in front of me, and then had to slam on his brakes because there was people in front of him. It was like, oh, dude. Anyway, it's the other people I'm afraid of. I'm very comfortable and happy driving the bus. The bus she's a good girl. She's running great. So that's not an issue, but it's, you know, an idiot who slams on their brakes in front of you. The bus does not stop as fast as your car, douchebag. But I did. But it's because I was already preparing. I mean, I saw him rip it up. I knew he was going to have to jump over and slam on his brakes. So, of course, I wasn't right behind it. Now, see Echo's reaction. A truck just started. And she's alert. And she's noticed it's happening. But she's not barking. Woohoo. By the time we get to Arizona, these guys will be totally bus dogs and not have to. It's disturbing to them. They're used to, you know, protecting us. And now it's like there's stuff all around us to protect us from, you know what I mean? It's like, so, but they're getting used to it. Okay, it's okay. I spoke too soon, didn't I? But I don't know if you can hear it, but it's a really loud rumble out there. Yeah, I know, guys. I know. Good watch, RJ. I know. We're safe in here, guys. We're all locked in. And so I got here sort of early. I got here, I don't know, it was sometime between 3:30 and 4. But I want to, because I don't want to be trying to decide where I'm going to sleep in the dark. I always want to be parked well before dark. So we have time to do our walks in the light and stuff. We've been out for 2 walks since we've been here. And I'm sure there will be a couple more. But I'm tireder than normal at this time of night. So I think I'll end up getting to bed early, and maybe we'll get an earlier start tomorrow. But that's it. First day. Thanks for following with me. You know what I'm hoping for? I'm hoping that I don't have any good subject matter to clickbait on. I don't want any disasters or anything, you know. I hope it's just all sort of boring little stuff like this. I did not take pictures of the rest stop. I mean, there's nothing exciting about that. I did want to talk while I was driving, but I'm not ready to do that yet either. I can't be distracted. Every one of my senses is on the road. I can't be distracted by talking to my phone. So we won't be seeing any of those. Maybe further down the road when I'm feeling better or I'm on a road that there's nobody else and I don't have to worry about it. But you got to keep your eye on the other drivers, man. I've avoided so many wrecks defensive driving in my car. So I've got to be on total alert to defensive drive. This is my home, not just my car. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and I'm going to try and do this nightly as my journal. And we'll see how quick. It might be sort of non-edited type stuff, almost like a live, because I don't know how much time I'm going to have for editing until I get to a point where I'm staying somewhere for a couple of days. But right now I haven't, when I find that spot, or also I'm going to have to recharge at some point, and obviously it's not going to be by solar. So at some point I'm going to have to stay in somewhere where they've got plug-ins. So keep everything charged. Take care. Stay safe. If you're on your way to courtside or you're in courtside, hi. Good night.